Hey everybody, welcome to part 2 of this little live video morning. What I wanted to do, and I didn't want it in the same Facebook Live, was to do a little Q&A on paint by numbers real estate. So what I'm going to do is answer any questions you may have. I didn't want it skewed with the push-ups and just the general message on the previous one. But I'm sitting in my car, I'm not driving, it's in park. And I wanted to reach out and answer any questions that you guys may have. And I appreciate so many of you that attended the Christmas kickoff broadcast. Let's see. Hey, Damon, good to see you again, man. I just saw Damon. I got Damon Green here. Just saw him the other day. Now, you want to know somebody doing some killer stuff in real estate, and I won't get into what he's doing, but it's pretty amazing down in the Florida market. So, good to see you at Greg's the other night. So guys, I'm going to start answering some of the questions that I saw after the fact. Somebody said, can I really land clients in the real estate market? You know, and I guess the point is, and I understand it. Hey, Brian, the point is that many of you may have tried real estate as a market before and not been successful. So the difference is you're selling them something they actually want. And the real estate business is shifting. I know we got Rich Brooks here, whose wife is a successful realtor in Middle Georgia in Macon. And Rich also has a real estate license. He's a developer. And I know a lot of people that have got a real estate license in the local marketing world. That's not what I'm telling you to do, and by no means do you have to do that in the course. You could consider that an advanced approach, and there's a few people, Steve Johnson amongst others, doing that. But specifically, yes, you can land realtors as clients with a legitimate recurring monthly fee without knowing any realtors. You can obviously know who they are, but the beauty is, I'm trying to find the camera. The beauty is you're going to be able to give them exactly what they want at a price they can't afford. They can't afford to miss out on. Well, let me be clear. So yes, the answer to that question, whoever asked that, is yes, you can land realtors as clients. So what did we do in PBN? We split test emails and voicemails using voice drops. And many of the members of voice drops helped out. So we did, God, I don't remember the exact number, but over a dozen messages on either side. Hey, David, on either side. So when we did these messages, they were all similar but different. They all just said, hey, I can help you get more business, right, in the net. There were variations on that. I can help you get more listings or more people at your open house. They were all very clear it was a marketing-related message. So we got response rates from 2% to, gosh, what was it? I think the best one on consumers calling realtors back was like 24, 25%. So what happened is we're giving the realtor exactly what they want. Hey, Richard Jones, good to talk to you yesterday. So that's why it's good. That's why it's been successful. So there was 4 or 5 different scripts and 2 emails that were what I deemed successful. So we put that together. The whole premise is you may be good at a certain market or a certain skill set. A lot of you guys are good at SEO. So, hey, Vanessa. Hey, Vanessa, if you see any questions and you repeat them, that would help me. Or if you see questions that were on the other one and repeat them, then I'd see them here. It's hard to do. It's hard to see the questions when you're doing it live. And I don't have a helper because Olivia's hiding in the back. So the ROI, and let me answer Brian's question. Hey, Brian. So the way we have it mapped out, and I don't want to give the whole thing away on this live broadcast, but we mapped it out where you get between a 600 and 1,000% ROI. All tested. There we go, 2 hands. All tested and approved. So voice drops cost a couple pennies. So what we do is, you know, if you have a client, let's just say at $450, you're about $400 profit, as an example, Brian. So when you do that and you're generating 3 days a week, people calling in, wanting to get the value of their home, renters wanting to know about an open house that would be good for first-time home buyers, or people that just may be interested in selling their home. When you get those kind of calls coming into the realtor on a regular basis, so, you know, obviously that's the value. I see Mike O'Neill's question. Hey, Mike, can someone point me to where it's made clear what we are selling to real estate agents? So, Mike, great question, and I'm glad you asked it. It helps keep you on point when you have some of these. You guys fire off other ones that make sense, or if you see them, Vanessa. So, to Mike's question, what are we selling? Okay, let me ask you, Roger Weaver, I know you're on the call. Roger's a realtor in Maryland, Mike, and Roger, what do you want to buy in terms of marketing as a realtor? And be honest, right? In an ideal world, you would want to have people that want to list their home calling you, or you would want people that want to buy a home calling you. I suspect at the end of the day, all marketing is to get to that point, Mike. People that want to list their home or people that want to buy a home. So in the case of PBN Real Estate, we have a lot of scripts for what I would call winners. They're not all winners. And I post the losers in there too so you can see, so that you don't do any of the losers. But with these 4 scripts, one of them is to generate people that want to attend an open house. Here, Roger just weighed in, Mike. He said, I want callbacks. I want the opportunity to talk to people motivated to talk real estate. So to expound on that, what we do in PBN Real Estate is generate people that want to talk real estate, whether it's selling their home, getting the value of their home. Like, Mike, what if you got a message that said, I've sold several houses in your area. We have more buyers than we have sellers. If you're even remotely interested in selling your house, or if you simply want to know the value of your home, give me a call, 555-1234. And you weren't thinking about selling, but now you called Roger and you talked and you were able to get the value of your home. And you may not sell right now, but for Roger, he made a connection with a seller in an area that he wants to be in, and he's built that rapport with you. Hey, Trent, by building that rapport, when you are ready to sell, you may be somebody he talks to. And if he talks to 5 or 6 people that want the value of their house, one of them may want to sell that house, Mike. And that's kind of the premise, is we're generating interest, activity, phone calls, to be specific, to be very specific, that people that want to attend open houses, that want to buy a property, that may want to list their home. Richard in Oklahoma City said, Brian, do realtors get complaints from people that get messages that don't want the messages? Very, 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 very few, Richard. So what we do on the voice side is we scrub against the do not call list, and we don't actually robocall anybody in the traditional way. We've all been there. We've been at dinner with our kids or our family, and guess what happened? You get this silly call. So we, using voice drops, we go direct to the voicemail, and we leave a message. So the people that call back heard the message, Richard, and said, wow, yeah, I want to do that. I want to know more about my house. And we don't come across hypey and salesy. We're actually kind of boring. We're kind of boring. It's just a message. So Mike O'Neill, yep, and David, I'll get to yours too. I don't know if you guys, Roger, if you can read Mike. Mike's asking, he's a realtor also, Mike said. And Roger, he said he's asking more about callbacks. I'm not sure what you mean by a callback. Yeah, for me, Mike, it's a call. It's an inquiry. So the idea is that several people, 5, 10 a day, are calling you that may be interested in either selling their house, attending your open house, or getting a value on their property. That's it. So instead of selling them video or SEO, which eventually will get to that goal, the goal of video and SEO is to get those people later, right? So what we're trying to do is the fastest way to results for our realtors. David C said, is this all about prospecting? Yes, David, it's all about prospecting, but it is also all about fulfillment. It is not one-sided, it's both sides. Does it go into deliver the services? Yes, exactly, David C. Hey, David Oxford and Ken Fong, welcome you guys. I'm going to try holding my hand in a different place. Doing a live stream where you hold the camera yourself. Richard said, like my old message to garage door people, remember the years ago. Richard, I remember that a couple of years ago, and I don't remember the scope of the message. But yeah, the premise is, if Mike or Richard or Roger's a realtor in 30215 zip code, and we provide all the data and all the lists, and that's available for you. So if you said, I want to reach out, let's pretend we have a client, right? Let's pretend we have a client, and I want to reach out to homeowners or renters, one or the other, and I want to do a campaign to get them to call in. Hey, welcome, Jason. Yes, sir. That's kind of the point. Oh, I don't see, once the messages scroll, I can't see them. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, I can. Vanessa, Mike O'Neill, Vanessa posted some more information on how the voicemail works. Think of direct mail, but using voicemail, if you will. Think of farming an area instead of using postcards, instead of using traditional means. Think of it as using messages where people that are interested call you back and people are not, hit delete. That's it. Damon said this said this sounds great for where I'm at in South Florida. He works with a lot of real estate agents there. Yeah, David Calafiore, the course does cover both landing real estate agents as a client. And I got to tell you, David, that side has never been easier. The results we've had, we've been doing such small volume because the results are so strong. So instead of doing large numbers, 1,000 or 2,000, we're doing 50, 100, 150 messages because so many people are interested. It really is a great feeling. And then we have some case studies. Kristen Bedard, who's in the group, has made up some nice case studies for us. I think she sent them over this morning to me, and those are all available for you guys to use. Yeah, so Renee, that's a great question. What's the success ROI for the agent? So sorry, you guys, I'm trying to stabilize with my hand. The ROI for the agent depends on the package they're on, and it's going to vary. There's no, if they buy package 1, that doesn't mean they're going to get 80 calls. So, Renee, I would say one of our packages is $300. So if the agent gets 40 calls back from interested renters or sellers or buyers for $300, I'd have to compute the ROI. But it'll vary every time. I computed the ROI during our test cases because it was real data. If I gave you ROI numbers on fake data, it'd be harder. But I will tell you, it's much stronger ROI than a Zillow, much stronger ROI than Trulia, who Zillow bought, and Realtor.com. Bang for the buck is stronger. So let's see. Yeah, Jim. Hey, Jim. Jim McFadden said, I fix and flip a few houses a year. Could this work for myself or investors? Yes, I think it was Jason Yesser. One of you guys was talking about a script that would be perfect for investors. I don't remember which one, Jim, but one of them that did fairly well looked like it would work fine for investors. So absolutely. Now, you wouldn't use this to find real estate investors. I think you would probably find them on your own, but you can generate leads for the investors, if you will, using the model. Let's see. Yeah, Roger just posted, and thank you, Roger. It's amazing how when you're on a live stream, you get a little frazzled. Critical components are the correct and appropriate demographic, right? An offer, which is an open house, something you're making to the buyer or the seller on the fence, or getting a value or a price on the home. So that really, it comes down to script, message, and target demographic. And that's what we do in the course, and we kind of hone in. It also comes down to pricing as well. Let's see. Oh, this is interesting. Roger just said, from a flipper standpoint, who's asking that? Jim, I think. Investor to calls to real estate attorneys. So very cool. All right, let's see. What am I missing here? All right, you guys, I think I've answered most of these. So this is about how to sell. Yeah, David, this is about how to sell, how to land realtors as clients and how to fulfill for them. So In this case, the fulfillment strategy leverages voice drops to generate results for realtors. It's not true in every case, but the fastest way to get results and the least expensive to get the best ROI for the realtor is definitely using voice messaging on our testing. Let's see. Yeah, Mike O'Neill. Absolutely. You're using voice drops to either sell leads or to sell demand or to sell inbound calls to realtors. Correct. You don't necessarily have to sell voice drops, but you're going to sell the end result to the realtor. Let's see. Hey, welcome, Patty Karn. Let's see. Yeah, thank you, Jason. Nice message. Courses quality and a great price. Let's see. Yeah, John Marenko, who's using it. Phone's lighting up here. Yeah, John was one of our testers. His message was phenomenal. John, I don't remember the conversion. I want to say you converted 16% on homeowners calling back to your agent, if I remember. So if we did 100 calls, Mike and others, using John's script, or John Marenko's script that he designed and we tested, 16 homeowners called back using those numbers. Okay. Yeah, welcome so many of you guys joining. I appreciate you guys in the questions. It helps to have the questions. Hey, Robert down in Tampa, welcome. So I'm happy to take any specific questions, and I appreciate them, especially the detail. Could you do it for mortgages? Yes. We're going through lots of markets. Voice drops will play a role in many cases on the front end, right? So we are right now doing real estate. This is our third one, and it's been extremely successful, you guys. Sometimes it'll be Facebook video ads. Sometimes it'll be voice drops. Sometimes it'll be email. It all depends on the niche and the message and the demographic. So Mike said, I need more info on how. Yeah, we get into all the voice drops in the course, Mike. But in terms of targeting, let me answer some basics on it. I get what you're asking. So you can target by zip code, by income on the homeowner side, Mike. So if you wanted to target people that make $100,000 of income and they live in these 3 zip codes, hypothetically, we have those kind of lists available for voice drop members. Let's see. Mortgages. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about mortgages today, but for sure on the refi side, right, Roger? So yeah, Jason, when I have the email, it's a really good question from Jason. Do you guys put your cell phone leads into an email sequence or just drops? When I have the email on the realtor side, I do both. When I don't have, if I only have one or the other, I do the one that I have. And, you know, we have 2 different funnels in the course, one using email and one using, including the follow-up sequence, and one using voice drops. In an ideal world, you have both. You don't always have both, though, just keeping it real. The whole point about PBN is it's not 30,000 feet. It's at 5 feet, 10 feet. It's case studies of us doing everything. Let's see. David Ockfer. Hey, David. Brian, I would think the better pitch for this would be for real estate agency owners. Okay. David's point, and we talk about it in there, David. It's a good question. Is pitching to the broker, not the individual agent. So it depends. Some people may want to go to the agent, David. Some would rather go to the broker. But yeah, we've got a referral strategy in there on how you can kind of build from one agent to another, offering the first agent some discounts to land multiple deals. But yeah, I don't disagree. It's just another way to go about it. And that's a smart way for sure. And I'm not going to get into all our pricing, but they can get in for less than the $500, David. So you can approach the realtors where they want to be to spend money in a comparable manner. And if somebody doesn't want to spend X, you can do a pay per lead model that we work out. John Marenko just commented on that as well. John said, I found that brokers often refer you to their agents, David. And we can actually get directly to the broker's information versus the agent's information, David. So it's a good question, though. Good comment. Let's see. All right, guys. Let me see what else is in here. I'm skimming these now that I know how to roll back. Yeah, call tracking. We don't provide call tracking, you guys, but we tell you exactly what we do, who we use, and how we use it. And, you know, all the examples are based on that. So, Richard Jones out in Oklahoma City suburbs said, I had a real estate agent pay me $550 for an ad going to 10,000 homes I did a few years ago. City size about 35,000. So yeah, I live in a city of 35,000 as well, Richard. I know we just talked about this the other day, but I think at the end of the day, in 2016, 17, you know, you've got zip code based providers like Zillow, Trulia, etc., Realtor.com. You've got per lead providers. Hey, Brooks, yeah, I know your name for sure. Hang on, let me find it. It's scrolling faster than I can keep up. Brooks said, Brooks is fully embedded in real estate. Sure, this has been asked before, but can I just... Brooks, it's not letting me read the rest of the question here. Vanessa, maybe you can help answer that because I can't see it on the live stream. And David commented, so much money is being wasted in print to go after. I totally agree. But I will tell you, if you just... Everything you guys are saying is true, and I'm not disagreeing in any way. But we literally split tested all these different things, and you can just duplicate what we're doing. What I would do is consider adding some of the other things that you're talking about. I would consider adding it in. Hey, Steve Johnson. Steve, welcome. Steve has been so successful in the real estate niche that he actually got his license as a sales agent. Hey, Joe Torres, welcome. We generate demand for the agent, Joe. So let me hold. I'm gonna switch hands. My hand was getting tired. Joe, we're generating leads of people that may want to list their home, may want to buy a home, attend an open house, or simply get valuation on their home. So that's the net. Steve was just meeting with a lender. So, Steve, we were doing some Q&A on real estate as an opportunity, as a lucrative niche or a not lucrative niche. So feel free to weigh in if you know. I know your feedback, but I don't want to make it for you. Let's see. Yeah, thank you, Vanessa, for answering Brooks. I just couldn't see the whole question. No, this is our strategy case study blueprint. Hey, Dave Senor. Man, I haven't talked to you in forever. In your case study, split tests. Yeah, Dave's asking, do you chart where they just call you back or where they listen to your message? Yeah, we did both, Dave. Let me sit it on the steering wheel. So on one of the scripts, let me give you an example, Dave, that I remember offhand. This was one that Sean Campbell and I listened to. He's one of our team the other day. I think there was 48 callbacks, 29 heard the message and called back, Dave. And whatever the difference, it was almost split 55-45 in favor of the message. But even when they call you back, you say something like this, Dave. Hey, Brian Anderson, did you get my message? Thanks for calling me back. And then you immediately kind of pivot the conversation on those calls. But we talk about that exact thing because it's definitely something to consider. All right. Yeah, thanks, Richard. I'm actually taking her. Olivia is 10, went ice skating yesterday. Olivia, let me see your hand. Show me your wrist. So Olivia hurt her wrist ice skating. So we are going to go to the orthopedic doctor in the next hour. Yeah, Joe Torres, great question. Do you provide the ads and landing pages to generate the buyer-seller leads or only the lead gen to get the agent? So we provide the messaging, the scripts, Joe, right? But there's no landing pages in this case in the model that we're doing. We circumvented anything that caused leakage of lead flow. So, yeah, let me read back to Dave Senor, who has a rich history in the mortgage industry. Steve, who's up in Minnesota, said, guys, I've sold just as much to those who didn't listen to the message as those who do. It's a different initial wording to change the context of the conversation. Dave, think of an internet mortgage lead, right? It's just a slight tweak on the messaging itself. Let's see. Is there a script that tells you what to say when either they heard the message or just called the caller ID back? you can never script that 100%, Reza, but what we do is we kind of hit the hot buttons with you, if you will. Yeah, thank you very much, Richard. I appreciate that. I think she's going to be fine. No, my daughter does not skate on a synchronized skating team. In Atlanta, we go ice skating once or twice a year. There's a rink about 45 minutes away, and, you know, birthday parties, little kid kind of fun things like that. That'd be a lot of fun, but we just don't, there's not enough of it down here to really have some good programs. That would be, I know they love it. So the net, let me just kind of hit the high levels. PBN is no fluff, all meat. It's, instead of being 30,000 feet, it's at the 5-10 foot level. It's exact scripts, exact messages, exact emails, sample of results, sample of callbacks, sample of leads, sample proposal with the pricing that's working, sample of everything. Reza, we initially peak. Are you asking about the homeowner or are you asking about the realtor, Reza? Steve said, I started skating when I could walk. Yeah, that's Minnesota for you, buddy. I see your kids on Instagram, and I bet they're already skating, your younger boy. It's all about instant gratification, Jim, for sure. Because if I'm a realtor, if I'm in almost any business that thrives on leads, I don't want a video up. I want calls back saying, hey, can you help me value my house? I got your message. Or, yeah, I'd be interested in attending that open house on Saturday. You know, and then they tell you the reasons why they're not sure, right? And then you engage in the conversation. We've got lots of sales training, Reza. We've got a bunch of live calls we'll play, and we bring on Steve Johnson, who's having a lot of success. We're going to bring him on as a case study. At the end of the day, the whole point is to make it super simple to be successful. So we've split tested everything. You can see the losers and the winners. That's a great question. Thank you. But at the end of the day, it's how to land clients, it's how to fulfill for clients, what services, etc., etc. All right. Let's see. Any other questions, you guys? Now, happy to answer them. I got the AC on. For some reason, it's hot here today. Yeah, Vanessa posted the link for a lot of you that haven't seen it. You can go check it out. We're going to launch PBN on webinars at $397 in the spring. I've got a few big name marketers lined up. We're going to launch it to our list at $197. So what we're doing is a $97 charter membership for any of you guys. Yep, and I just have another couple minutes and I got to wrap this up because it looks like I have a doctor's appointment to head to. Dave said I have close to 100 auto dealer clients. Yeah, no, this is a very good point. Dave said we show our auto dealers how to capitalize on what he calls a tap call. And what a tap call is you do some kind of marketing outbound, or you call them, they don't hear your message, and they just call you back. Let's see. Yeah, if you, let's see. 30,000 agents in greater Denver area. Wow. 30,000 agents. You guys, and when you're prospecting with our system, when you're prospecting, you're only going after 100 or 2. And somebody said, what if I don't have voice drops? I'm giving everybody a free trial. If you don't have it, I'll give you a free trial before you have to sign up, including credits. You don't have to pay me back. I'm so confident it's going to work. I know 100% it's going to work. If I didn't, I wouldn't do that. But it's a good question. It's all right, Jim. I won't read it out loud, but it's all right. Yeah, Reza, I just did on the free trial, so answered you. Hey, Lisa Curry, welcome. All right, I take 1 or 2 more questions, then I have to be at 12 noon at the doctor. Hey, I appreciate that. Lisa just said, yes, it does work. You heard Steve Johnson, you heard John Marenko. These are people I know, but I didn't call Lisa and ask her to come to the call. I appreciate her feedback. Not everything is perfect every time. It takes trial and error, and the whole reason we're doing this stuff is I decided that courses as we knew it were flawed, and they don't always work. So we're doing all case study based stuff where we split test things and give you the results, the good and the bad. So with that being said, you guys, I'm going to head to the doctor. If there's any other questions, tell me. I would keep talking if if I could, but my daughter has to stay in the back seat. She can't ride up front until she's 12. So let's see. Yeah, Dave Senor, on all the callbacks, we include all callbacks, correct. Yeah, thank you guys. Have an awesome day, everybody, and I will talk to you very soon. Either way, I hope you have a happy holidays. Where's my Christmas hat? Give me my hat. I'm going around. We're going to go spread some Christmas cheer in a few minutes and do some cool things, you guys. I should have been wearing this, but what else? That's pretty much it. I appreciate everybody who attended, and we look forward to chatting with you soon. Now, have a great day. Thank you, David Oxford, and thanks everybody else, and Dave Senor, and everybody who's been here. Take care of yourself, and we will chat soon. Bye-bye.